Hello there. Welcome to this testimonial call with Tameika. She is actually still in Creatrix calling, just about to graduate with the class, but she's had incredible results. She's been a joy to coach and watch grow. And so, Tameika, thank you so much for being here and talking about your experience.
Thanks for having me, doll.
Yes. So why don't we start here? Can you tell me just a little bit about where you were before you chose Creatrix Calling and what your current business is and what it was, where you were before you went into the course?
Yes. So before the course, I was coaching women one-on-one, specifically on their physical transformation, but incorporating mind, body, spirit into it. And I'm an online health and wellness coach. And prior to Creatrix Calling, I was charging $100 for a session and designing meal plans and fitness plans for people, and coming to realize now that I was severely undercharging, but I was charging $100 for the month, essentially, with one call, and designing their programs. And coming into Creatrix Calling, I just knew that I was destined for more, and I knew that there was more money to be made in this industry, but I just didn't quite know how. So I called upon Jolie to help guide me and show me the way.
Yeah. And so what had you actually choose to invest in yourself? And was that a scary decision for you?
It was. I hit the 5-year mark of coaching, kind of doing the same model. And coming into 2019, it was going to be my 5th year. And I just knew that my 5th year had to be better. And I was scared because I've never had a coach before. So I didn't even know what to expect. I didn't know the price point. I didn't know what I was going to get out of the course. I had just met somebody who had entered your realm and was captivated, and her world was turned upside down, and she raved about you at a dinner. And I said, okay, well, I want to feel the way you feel, because she was on a very similar model that I was, charging $100 an hour and working really hard and not necessarily seeing the financial gains. So she put me in touch with you. And then after, I think, our first conversation about this business I have in particular, I decided to just take the leap of faith and hire my first coach. That's what happened. It was scary. Very scary.
It's always such a huge honor for me when I get referrals, and I know which client you're talking about, and she just raves so highly about you too. And you've done a lot of work in your business until we chatted. I mean, you built a huge audience on Instagram and on social media. You built an international retreats company. You have people that just love and adore you and have been following you for years and years, but it was just getting to that monetization that felt good for you, and really owning what you know that you could bring to the table, owning your worth, charging what you're worth, and now it's thriving. So exciting to see your success. So just share us a little bit about what has happened for you inside of Creatrix Calling.
So I'll never forget our first conversation, because although we were preparing for a big launch, you basically empowered me to start charging higher rates now. You literally told me, I don't know if you remember this, but you told me to go on my website and take down my rates. You're like, you're done with the $100. You are no longer using that number. And immediately, the minute you kind of empowered me to step into my infinite possibilities, which is essentially what I think you did for me, that really changed the game. And you told me I was entering a paradigm shift. I don't even remember that, but that stuck with me. And I wrote that down on my vision board. And you just helped me to realize that I didn't need to wait till a launch. Like, that could change right now, especially because of all of the work I'd done in the past to get to this point. So ultimately, the minute you told me to take down my prices and start charging more, I kind of let the current clients I had wean off a bit, and then started charging higher rates immediately. And I started finding other revenue streams as a result of one of your modules. So I started the influencer marketing thing. And from now until this date, I've generated about $50,000 US in revenue. And that's been, 4 months, I think? It's been crazy.
Oh, sweetness. I'm so happy for you. So happy, because now you're at a place of time leverage. What we really worked on in the program with you was just taking a look at your product and how you could serve people at even a deeper level. And so what's happening inside your classes now? Because $50,000 is a representation of what you're actually doing to serve these women. So share a little bit about that.
So I've cut my clientele by a third, which means that where I used to service a lot of people at a smaller price point because I had scale, I'm now servicing a lot less, but at a higher price point. So I've stepped into my worth. And my clients are feeling it. I'm able to do much more transformational work with the little I have, because all of my energy is put into them. You also encouraged me to hire an admin. And I did. So now anything that's not revenue generating, as your words exactly, is no longer in my space. So all I'm doing is focusing on income generation and the clients I have. So my clients are feeling it. The transformations are there. Now that a few of them are about 3 months into the program, you see it. And I think a lot of it is of course the clients that I'm now bringing in energetically, but so much more of it is because of the energy I'm able to put into these women, because I have more time, because I have now like hired an admin to get rid of all of the menial tasks I was doing. And I'm just so much more present now with my business, and it's amazing.
Yeah. How does your business feel?
It feels good. Like, even now that I'm dealing with this whole influencer marketer thing, I remember when brands used to approach me, I would shy away, and I would say, I'll charge $100 or $200. Now I'm confidently saying my rate is X. And it feels so good to be in a business that you're so confident and proud of. And I don't know, I just feel this new level of empowerment in this business. Like, I own it. It is my baby. We are going to thrive, and nothing's going to stop us. It feels really good.
Yes. Oh, I love hearing that. And what's really behind these businesses is people's lives are changing. Like, people are having an opportunity to work with you on a deeper level than they ever could really before at the $100 price point. And so, we talk a lot about numbers because it's an interesting metric to track. And what's behind that is you get to be in your service, and you get to be shedding the light that you just are to so many people. So that has been so fun to witness and watch. And I just want to ask you, like, when did it really click for you? Because creating a $50,000 launch, that's a huge deal. And that's a significant sum of money. So like, when was it, or what kind of part in the process or the material Creatrix calling had you really just be like, okay, I can do this and it's happening? Or was there a particular module that really helped you get to that number?
The one where you made us step into, or encouraged us to step into our prosperity. Do you remember the prosperity date? So I started really feeling the money that was coming my way. I added a few prosperity kind of money affirmations to my morning routine, was listening to the money meditation, and I was just really feeling the abundance that I knew was coming. And then I would say what really sparked me was my first yes. When you told me that I should increase my prices from $100 a month to, I think initially you had suggested $800 or $900 a month, I was like, what? How am I going to do that? Like, that's astronomical. And I was nervous entering a few of the first sales calls. So with the help of the sales call process, and then just stepping into this level of prosperity and money and abundance, I got my first yes. And I was like, okay, the sky's the limit. Like, the first yes was all I kind of needed to now soar. And now I say my prices with such confidence, and I'm ready in the next month or two to increase again. So that feels good.
Yes. Amazing. And is there anything that you would say in particular about me as a facilitator that you connected with or was able to receive from?
I think, there's so much, by the way. You are magic. You are magic. Let anybody listening to this know that you really are magic. You've changed my life. And not only my life, but that ripple effect has now changed the lives of many others. So thank you. But I would say what really spoke to me was you have this amazing ability to make women feel like they can conquer the world. So we have this shield, and I think a lot of it is due to generations. And for me specifically, it was generational, just feeling like I was small, and you just helped me play and feel so big. That when you threw these numbers my way and you said them with a straight face, like matter of fact, no nonsense way. I loved it because it was just like, okay, I've got this. And then you put the things in place, and you gave me systems and tools, and the structure, which is something I really needed as a bit of free spirit that just kind of goes with the flow. The structure super helped. But I think the thing that probably spoke to me most was allowing me to just feel as big as I could be. You saw something in me that I did not see in myself. And that's the true definition of a coach that I believe I didn't know I needed, but now it's like, I can't imagine my life without a coach. So you've now sparked lessons and learnings for me that will carry on, and I'm just now craving it even more. So I can't thank you enough. You know how you mean to me. I sent you an email the other day, and the subject was, you changed my life, because really you sparked something in me that is now just going to ignite and blow up in the best way.
Oh, girl, it makes me so happy. I feel my whole body just being so excited, because you were always easy to see from the beginning. I'm just like, whoa, this woman has absolute huge levels of potential. And to see you just rise to the occasion so quickly and make changes and show up. And even when it was uncomfortable, even when you had, other limits showing up in your head, you just conquered them and were just such an inspiration to the class. And like, this is just why I love what I do so much, is to see results like this and to see somebody like you just beam with excitedness and to take your business to a whole nother level and a business that you love. So that makes me so excited. Thank you, sweetness.
Yeah.
And then just the last question here is, what would you say to the woman who is considering investing in herself and choosing Creatrix Calling?
I just say, because as someone who has had a lot of reservations at the start, just do it. You owe it to yourself. Really, you owe it to the world and the people you are healing and the people you are servicing. You owe it to be pushed and to be challenged and to be seen and felt and heard. The women in this group I love and adore because they get me, and you deserve to be a part of such an incredible sisterhood. So I would just tell any woman to just take the leap, do whatever it takes, make it happen. I didn't know how I was going to pay for you, but I made it back in the first 2 months because that was the goal I set, and you helped me to do that. So honestly, I have nothing to say, but just do it. Take a leap on yourself and a chance. It's going to be so worth it. It'll pay off in the long run for sure.
Thank you, Tameika, so much. It's again, so fun for me to get to do this work, to have something that was once on a piece of paper and just an idea between us and then see it come to life. To me, it's just the highest art to be created, and it's changing lives, and the planet needs us right now. So sweetness, thank you so much. You guys follow her on Instagram. She's so fun to watch. She's traveling the world. She's changing lives. She's just an incredible light, an incredible fitness inspiration on many levels. Where can they follow you?
So my Instagram is at Tameika G, TAMEIKAG. And then I have a travel page because I do travel the world for a living. So it's at Tameika G Travels, TAMEIKAG Travels.
Amazing. Thank you so much for being here, for being an inspiration to the women who are considering if this process is right for them. And for every woman that just takes responsibility in her business and has a big result, it truly inspires so many. So thank you, ladies, for tuning in, watching this. And thanks, Tameika, for being here.
Thank you so much, babe.
Bye-bye.
Bye.